Welcome to the third part of the Merchant Marketer Online Seminar, the Sales Pitch Part 2. Having completed this unit, you can give a sales pitch to a merchant at any time, understand the sequence of the presentation, organize the content of the transitions between individual slides, perform the login process, and get a merchant started. Step 1. How to start the sales pitch with an optimal needs analysis. The clear goal of the sales pitch is the conclusion. In the following, we will go through the Merchant Marketer presentation brochure slide by slide. I have a loyalty program for you, which basically consists of rewarding your customers for every purchase, and that's how you and the customer benefit. Imagine a loyalty or advantage card that works on two levels. The customer benefits through cashback. This means cash that he can save while shopping, through points, and through special offers. You benefit by binding your best customers to your business, attracting new customers who are not yet familiar with your business, achieving additional sales, so-called sales of third parties. Extensive promotion. Why is customer loyalty so essential? Well, we have 4 factors that affect your business model and threaten your company's survival. 1. Price setting. No matter how much money people earn, if they can save a few pennies somewhere, they will go with it. 2. Online stores. No matter what products I'm looking for, I can order almost anything 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from the convenience of my sofa or on the go through an app. And all is being delivered straight to my home. 3. Cost pressure. We all know that, and it is closely related to the subject of price setting. Rents, energy, personnel, and other additional costs are steadily increasing. 4. Total market transparency. I'm standing somewhere in the market square looking for a bakery. I have a look at Google Maps. Where is the next bakery? Sometimes there are also ratings, customer comments, or even price comparisons. Everything is transparent. Prices, reviews. That places you under additional pressure. These are the 4 factors that threaten your livelihood and your long-term economic existence. Using the conventional solutions in order to counteract can backfire. The typical approaches to avoid this threat: you lower, as well, the prices. This can lead to a downward loop. It's kind of infinite, not very imaginative, and can be very dangerous as well. I increase my advertising. But where do I advertise? Social media? Classical advertisement? Do I somehow send people out to distribute leaflets? Or should I use newspaper advertisements, coupons, etc.? Go on the offensive and expand. I have to become bigger. It is the attempt to make use of possible scaling effects, or I cut back as much as possible. Saving on staff. Using minimal wage workers who do not understand the business. Bags will from now on only be handed out on demand. I reduce the costs. The above may lead to one's existence being further threatened, as the shown measures are not effective means for small businesses. On the other hand, I firmly believe that there are alternatives that go beyond the price, and that you clearly stand out from other forms of offer. And now you offer the solution. Because, unlike the provider on the net, unlike the anonymous big company, you have the personal contact with your customers. Due to the close proximity, you are dealing with the same topics. the friendly service, and of course, the good advice. This should be one of your strongest selling points. If I buy my rolls at the discount store, there is no baker standing there who can answer my questions on the product. You can just buy a few cheap buns, but getting advice on the ingredients and what you could choose as an alternative is not a service you will receive. You must remember your strengths. That is the basis for a lasting and stable customer relationship, because customers are more demanding today than ever before. And what I propose to you, the key to your long-term business success, is active customer retention. Active meaning that nothing happens by the way, but I will be actively pursuing my goal. There are even 3 scientific or statistical studies that show how such things actually work. 1. Customers who are satisfied will tell an average of 3 people of their experience. 2. On the other hand, personally received recommendations will have my trust, more so than an advertisement placed, for example, in a newspaper. 3. And, as we all know, gaining new customers is more expensive than turning existing customers into loyal ones. The expense is 7 times more dearer. So, it is important to start with your current best customers. This active relationship with your customers, or rather the customer loyalty, is the basis for your economic success. How exactly do I wish to help you on your path to success? Our customer loyalty program focuses on the innermost wishes and motivations of customers. We all love to save money. We just talked about it, about price sensitivity. But we also want to save time. Digging around just to find my discount card with which I can collect points or a stamp? No. Swipe the customer card, and that's it. My cashback goes straight to my customer account. Collecting points. This hunting fever. I want to collect points and receive an award. A recent advertising spot stated, "Bargains are proven to release endorphins." That's right. I not only made a bargain, but also earned something. I bought something and now I even get money back. And especially with younger target groups, there are these little technical gadgets that are so much fun. I can always see what has been added to my account and where I am currently at. I am thereby always up to date. As a customer, I have a good feeling, and above all, I feel rewarded when I shop at this company. Of course, we are not only in the process of picking up on the customer's wishes, but we are also keeping an eye on your goals. The goal of almost every entrepreneur, and I think yours too, is to acquire regular customers who are loyal to the company. We know we are repeating ourselves, but this is the main goal, and new customers. The planned expansion of your catchment area and, by extension, your customer base. Of course, you also want to keep an eye on your budget. You don't want finances getting out of control, and you need to be offering competitive benefits to distinguish yourself from others. That's exactly what our Cashback World Partner Program offers you. What exactly have I to offer? The ideal solution for you because it increases your sales. It increases customer loyalty. You receive an additional marketing bonus and thus the opportunity for additional income. You gain new customers. You have additional marketing power on channels that you wouldn't have access to otherwise. In this respect, we are handing over a smart tool. Let's start with the first point. Where do the sales increases come from? How can you increase your sales now? There are 3 sources. First, your customer card binds the customers to your business. They rarely become disloyal and visit you more regularly, meaning more often. This is the effect of the so-called loyalty of your customers. Another revenue lever results from the intensification. What does that mean? With the card, customers visit you more often and generate more turnover with every purchase because we create incentives. And you can win new customers from the cashback world and encourage them to shop at your store, thereby creating intensification, that is to say, more turnover per visit. Loyalty means more total visits, and activation, that is to say, the expansion of the customer base. We also have a number to emphasize this issue. Fact is, 25% of cardholders shop more often with a card because they see the purchase as something they can benefit from and will keep going back there again. In addition to the topic of increased sales, as mentioned above, lasting customer loyalty is also an important issue. Customer relations have become even more complicated. This has something to do with the increasing digitization, that is to say, use of the internet and mobile phones. We have the following options for you. A special customer card for your customers. You can create special offers using the system for your customers or cardholders. You have a professional database where you can view all customer data at a glance at any time. And you can use this system to plan simple campaigns so that the customers can redeem their shopping points, for example. That means that you have a professional customer management system which is usually only available to larger companies. All that, plus it's easy to plan and doesn't require a great deal of time expenditure. Let's take a closer look at the details. We have millions of customers worldwide, and this number is growing. From this customer base, you can address customers in a targeted fashion based on criteria which you have come up with. Of course, not all the millions of customers are relevant to you, but there are loads of customers out there which you haven't been able to reach out to with your campaigns. For example, say you are favorably located in the city center, but a newly developed area pops up where lots of young families are moving in. You don't tend to engage with this particular societal group very often, but now you can target them. You could, for example, say, "Here's an exclusive offer for you. Bags of 10 bread rolls, fresh from the oven, Saturday mornings for 2 shopping points." And these points could come from anywhere. They don't necessarily need to come from you. People can collect them everywhere. So you've gained another customer because he or she sees the offer and says, "Well, would you just look at that? I can redeem my shopping points, which I might have earned by making a visit to the hairdressers, for a bag of 10 bread rolls, and all that for free. If I go there, I'll get 10 bread rolls for nothing." These are the sort of things which we can use to reach out to customers. And that means I don't make any losses because I know very well that he or she lives nearby. They have collected points, and thus I know that I can run a campaign like that, and it will be well received. It's so easy. The customer can receive the offer digitally on his mobile or via email. And thus the cashback world generates passive revenue for you, which runs in the background without you even noticing it. All cardholders that you have supplied with your loyalty card belong to your customer club, and they can and will use this card at other loyalty merchants as well. Once they use them at other loyalty merchants, you benefit from their purchases. You therefore should have an interest in telling people to use their card for purchases at other companies, because you, of course, will benefit from these purchases too. The system thus rewards the purchasing activity of your customers in several ways. Whether they are booking their holiday trip using the cashback card or are getting a trendy haircut, you will also be rewarded with an indirect cashback. We call it marketing bonus. You are entering into a partnership with someone who, in addition to recommendation and cooperation marketing, ensures that an ever-increasing number of potential customers can get to know your business. Someone who places you on the websites of these collaborations as well. Yes, you can be found on the homepage of MotoGP and all major cooperations. You are entering into a partnership with someone who's successful, to have been in this field for years now, who has already used this system in many countries, who has a lot of experience in retail customer relations, who introduces many new developments in your country which he or she has learned about in other countries. For instance, system development and exchange of expertise. We are constantly developing that further, drawing on our experience from other countries. We have representation on 5 continents. We have hundreds of thousands of loyalty merchants and points of acceptance. And we have millions of customers, and the number is steadily rising. These customers can shop online and offline worldwide and receive benefits in doing so. And this is just the beginning. We're offering you the chance to become a participant in this merchant union of independent, customer-driven businesses. In this merger, each member is given access to modern and effective customer relation tools, which would otherwise be reserved for larger businesses. So, there are 2 ways to work together. Now is the time that many salespeople are afraid of: the completion. A conversation without a completion is not a conversation. No matter if you hear a yes or a no at the end, it is important to demand this decision. The decision process may not be postponed to any following days. Now is the time for the decision. Allow your discussion partner time to answer. Now, explain on the next slide the product possibilities with which he can start and then ask for his decision. The decision process may not be postponed to any following days. Now is the time for the decision. You should assume that he is going to say yes, but whatever his answer will be, it will certainly be accompanied by some questions, at least for the time being. Here are our offers. The Partner Program, or the Premium Partner Program. I'm going to recommend the Premium Partner Program, as that contains everything you need to get off to a strong start. Another crucial benefit of this program is that you have the option of accruing your own regular customers, something which didn't exist before. If you want to expand your Premium Partner Program further, we have a customer communications tool and a card and flyer design package for you. The Customer Communications tool gives you the option of keeping your customers up to date on all offers using the newsletter. And the Customer Survey module helps you to get direct feedback from your customers. Using the card and flyer design package, you can receive additional cards and flyers which give you the option of adding your logo to the card and the flyer, and thus lend your customer loyalty program a personal note. What do you say to that? How do you react to that? More customers, higher rate of turnover, higher income. Our program securing the future of the owner-managed retail sector. The appointment for the sales pitch is intended only for the purpose of selling the product. During this appointment, you don't talk about LYCONET, but about the loyalty program. Companies which invest in customer relations are 88% more profitable than their competitors. Too many sales pitches get you nowhere because the seller misses the chance to ask the right questions. Some sellers avoid the final question because they're scared of people saying no. Others worry about losing a friend. Get over this hurdle. If you still haven't managed to overcome this up to now, then try to sort the situation out by asking the following questions. What do you value when deciding on a promotional activity? What is important to you? What do you appreciate most about your current solution? What works well? If you could go back in time and redesign everything, but with your current level of experience and expertise, what would you do differently? Ask the right question at the right time, in the right way, and as early as possible. Pay attention to decision-making signals which your potential customer might give you. Note what he says or does. For example, if your customer changes his behavior or even posture, might it be that he has already made a decision with regards to the product and that he is ready to vocalize this decision? Or if your conversation partner is looking for a catch, then they might pose the question, "Do I need to take a specific number of cards?" Or they might pose the question, "Is there a notice period?" A successful merchant marketer recognizes such signals as being a wish to bring the conversation to an end and responds by steering the conversation towards a conclusion at the right moment. And the right moment is as soon as possible. Ask them what they have decided without delay. We recommend the following technique. Make it easy for the customer to say yes. This is often quite simple. For example, if you use a question or proposal. Would you like to become a point of acceptance and choose the partner program, or just crack straight on with the premium partner program and receive 100 cards for your customers? How many more cards do you want to give out? Do you want your cards to have a barcode on them, a magnetic strip, or contain an NFC chip? The self-confident merchant marketer preempts the customer's yes, and has already started discussing how to go forward. Instead of delving into the simple decision, yes or no, the experienced merchant marketer poses alternative questions, pulls out his order form in a calm manner, and notes down all the details, as well as the date of the beginning of the contractual relationship. Another closing technique works as follows. Since your business finds itself to be in an aggressively competitive environment and your business development is stagnating, I recommend that you select a comprehensive action plan and get cracking straight away. If you place an order today, we can activate the first shopping point deal for new customers in the next few days. Last but not least, the merchant marketer might ask for a stamp, double-checks the delivery address, lends the supplier a pen to sign the contract, and discusses the next few steps to be taken. For example, if you provide me with your logo today and send me the rest of the documents by Friday, I can send you your loyalty card sometime this month and arrange for material advertising you as a point of acceptance to be added to the app and on the international website over the next few days. Finally, congratulate your customer on his wise decision and mention that you look forward to working in partnership with her or him. Ensuring that he is satisfied as a happy customer tends to be infectious, and the way that she or he can infect other customers with her or his enthusiasm. Now you can start filling out the contract. As soon as you have pressed send, the supplier receives email confirmation of her or his registration and a copy of her or his access details for the merchant lounge. You can now crack on with entering all important details into the merchant lounge. But there'll be more about that in the next installment of the Merchant Marketer online seminars.